Welcome, everyone, to a monumental clash of ideologies and scriptures. The Quran versus the Bible. Two sacred texts, billions of followers, one timeless question. Which one stands stronger in truth, preservation, and global impact? Representing Team Blue, we have the Quran, renowned for its precision, preservation, and uncompromising clarity. On Team Red, it's the Bible, a tapestry of voices resilient through history and deeply embedded in global culture. But this isn't just a theological discussion. It's a battle of influence, facts, and the future. This 5-round debate is generated in ChatGPT 4.1 and judged by a council of 5 powerful AI minds: ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, DeepSeek, and Microsoft Copilot. Each round, both teams will present their viewpoint for about 1 minute. Each judge will score both teams on a scale of 1 to 10 per round. The average score across judges determines the winner of each round, and ultimately, the final victor. Let the battle begin. Round 1.
The Quran is the only major religious text preserved word for word, letter for letter, for over 1400 years without contradiction or alteration. Not a single chapter added, not a single verse lost. In a world flooded with misinformation, the Quran's immaculate preservation is nothing short of miraculous. It's not only a spiritual guide but also a scientific marvel, describing embryology, ocean barriers, and cosmological phenomena centuries before scientific discovery. It challenges humanity. Produce a chapter like it if you can. No one has. Unlike edited and politicized religious texts, the Quran was compiled during the Prophet's lifetime under divine instruction, without human manipulation. Today it remains memorized by millions, ensuring its authenticity. In an age of scientific skepticism and philosophical confusion, the Quran stands strong, original, preserved, miraculous. This is not just a claim. This is a historical fact. We will demonstrate why it is superior, not only in text, but in power and purpose.
The Bible is not a book, it's a library. 66 books by over 40 authors across 1,500 years, yet all pointing to one coherent story: redemption. That unity amidst diversity is miraculous. Despite persecution, translation, and political manipulation, the Bible endures. More than 5 billion copies have been printed. Its moral framework shaped Western civilization. Democracy, human rights, abolition of slavery, and social reforms all find roots in biblical thought. Scientific revolutions? Sparked by Christian thinkers like Newton and Kepler, who saw divine order in nature. The Bible isn't confined to preservation, it's alive, thriving under scrutiny. Critics point to textual variants, yet essential doctrines remain untouched. No empire could silence it. Its influence on governance, ethics, and justice is beyond comparison. In today's moral vacuum, the Bible remains the most revolutionary manifesto for human dignity and hope. Prepare to see why its living power outweighs mere textual preservation.
Round 2.
The Quran is the gold standard of textual preservation. Every Quran across the world, whether read in Mecca, Cairo, London, or Tokyo, is identical, letter for letter, word for word, in Arabic. Its memorization tradition remains unmatched, with millions preserving it by heart. Contrast this with the Bible. Hundreds of versions, thousands of manuscript variations, and deliberate omissions or additions decided by human councils like Nicaea and Trent. Early Christian sects like the Ebionites and Gnostics were declared heretics, not because they were wrong, but because they didn't align politically. Which books to include, voted on by bishops. The Quran needed no councils. It was completed, memorized, written, and recited by thousands within the Prophet's lifetime. If a divine message can be tampered with, how can it claim divinity? The Quran's immaculate integrity is a divine signature. We will not let the corrupted overshadow the preserved.
The Bible's diversity is its strength, not its weakness. The existence of multiple manuscripts is a testimony to its widespread acceptance and cross-fermentation. Over 24,000 early New Testament manuscripts exist today, more than any ancient document. Textual variations, yes, but over 99% are minor spelling differences, not doctrinal shifts. No other ancient text has been so thoroughly scrutinized and still stands tall. The Dead Sea Scrolls, dating back over 20 years, confirm the Old Testament's astonishing accuracy. Christianity's openness to preserve even problematic passages shows its intellectual honesty, not suppression. While councils like Nicaea occurred, they codified consensus already established across Christian communities. They did not invent the gospel. If diversity invalidated truth, human civilization would collapse. The Bible's textual journey reflects not corruption, but survival, resilience, and global embrace. It's alive, messy, and magnificent, just like humanity itself.
Round 3.
The Quran doesn't merely hint at science, it predates discovery. The embryonic stages described in Surah Al-Mu'minun match modern embryology. Oceanography, the Quran mentions barriers between salt and fresh waters, unseen until recently. Astronomy, the Quran says the universe is expanding, proven only in the 20th century by Hubble. Critics downplay this as coincidence, but cumulatively it's impossible. The Bible, by contrast, presents cosmologies like a flat earth and a firmament holding stars, scientifically outdated. And while archaeological finds confirm some biblical figures, historical inaccuracies and mythological embellishments abound. A divine text should lead, not lag, human discovery. The Quran challenges every era and remains unshaken by scientific advancement. Its call is bold. If you are in doubt, produce a single chapter like it. No one ever has. That alone is cosmic proof.
Misapplying modern science to religious text is dangerous cherry-picking. Genesis wasn't written as a physics book. It explains divine order, not quarks and atoms. Science itself constantly evolves. Newton's truths differ from Einstein's. Yet, the Bible's moral constants, justice, compassion, forgiveness, remain unshaken. Archaeology powerfully validates the Bible. The Hittite Empire, long dismissed as myth, confirmed. King David's palace unearthed, and Pontius Pilate's inscription discovered. The Quran may hint at natural phenomena, but many scientific miracles are interpretive at best. Real power isn't predicting scientific trivia, it's inspiring transformative lives. The Bible's historical reliability, coupled with its moral architecture, far outweighs cherry-picked scientific claims. Human hearts change nations, not physics equation.
Round 4.
The Quran offers comprehensive guidance for personal, social, and political life. It abolished tribalism, racial superiority, and injustice at a time these were rampant. Women's rights, Quranic mandates granted women inheritance, property ownership, and consent in marriage when Europe was still burning witches. The ban on usury addresses today's global financial collapse. Environmental conservation, prescribed long before climate summits existed. Meanwhile, the Bible's ambiguity has allowed justifications for colonialism, slavery, and gender oppression. Reforms happened, but through immense human struggle. The Quran provides a built-in blueprint for sustainable civilization, timeless and futuristic. It speaks not to a tribe or time, but to humanity across all eras. In an age of rising inequality, mental breakdown, and environmental collapse, the Quran's message isn't ancient, it's revolutionary.
Modern freedoms you cherish, free speech, abolition of slavery, women's education, sprang from Judeo-Christian soil, not Arabian deserts. The Bible's message of human dignity inspired the abolitionists, suffragettes, and civil rights leaders. It teaches love for the enemy, forgiveness for the sinner, equality of all under God. Yes, human beings abused the Bible, but correction came from within its principles, not from external critiques. The Quran may offer societal codes, but Islamic history has often crushed minorities and dissent. Western civilization's success, innovation, tolerance, democracy flourished most where the Bible was revered. The Bible birthed modernity by seeding conscience into culture. No other text has catalyzed more lasting moral revolutions. It remains the heartbeat of every true movement for liberty.
Round 5.
Original, preserved, scientifically relevant, socially just. The Quran checks every box. It remains untouched, untainted and undefeated through empires, wars and centuries. Its linguistic perfection alone defies human imitation. Its call for justice, equality, peace and knowledge is precisely what today's chaotic world craves. The Quran does not need reinterpretation to stay relevant. It was and is ahead of every human era. In contrast, the Bible, while inspiring, it carries human fingerprints, debates and doctrinal fractures. Divine truth must be singular, clear and universal, not splintered by councils and empires. The Quran is not just a religious text. It is humanity's last call for mercy, justice, and salvation, and it stands undefeated.
The Bible is not just text, it is a symphony of human, divine encounter. Through suffering, exile, slavery, oppression, the Bible guided humanity towards redemption and hope. Its messy history mirrors human struggle, yet its heartbeat, love, grace, justice, it never falters. The Bible embraces human frailty, offering transformation from within. No other book has so radically shaped history for the better. Without the Bible, the words human rights, freedom, and justice would be hollow. Even as critics use moral frameworks seeded by it, the Bible is the world's greatest love story, not a sterile list of laws, but a living invitation to healing, dignity, and hope. This is why it will always endure.
And that wraps up a powerful debate. Team Blue stood on the Quran's unmatched preservation and clarity. Team Red championed the Bible's depth, diversity, and lasting impact. Both teams brought passion and proof. But the final thoughts are yours. What truth speaks to you? Thanks for tuning in, and keep debating